to create 1K days online. When I learned the secret sauce on how to create 1K days, $1,000 days online, it's been a game changer for me, and I'm so excited to teach you the secret. This is going to, I can't say this training is necessarily going to be short, but I'm going to give you the sauce that you need to know. And it's going to surprise you because it's not going to be what people think it's going to be. A lot of people think that the secret sauce is funnels and marketing systems and all these things, and those things definitely help you, but that's not the secret sauce. So stay tuned because you're going to want to learn this little secret on how to create 1K days in your business. Now, what I have here in front of me is the leaderboard for the last 30 days. And by learning some simple strategies, I've been able to not only be, in the last 30 days, number 4 on a leaderboard out of thousands of affiliates in this company, but in addition to that, I am in the top 10 earners of all time in the company. All right. I'm learning some things. Okay. So I'm still learning myself. Right. But I want to share what I do know. All right. So let's get into this, the secret of 1K days. What I'm going to do is actually, let me do present. Here we go. Let's get into it. All right. So for those who are watching this and you don't know my story was that I came to the internet in around 2017 and struggled online, MLM type companies and things like that. And I just didn't know what I was doing. Got connected to multiple six-figure earner. And she taught me some things. And now I'm able to share those with other people. I also learned a lot by failing my way forward and just staying committed. Even when I was failing, I was staying committed to failing, right? And I learned a lot in that process. So I'm always excited to share with people the gems that I've learned along the way, and I'm sharing with people my journey as I go. And that's really been it. You know, I was ready to learn what I needed to learn to discipline myself and to commit to my goals. And that was it. And that was my breakthrough. So by learning these simple strategies, I've been able to have multiple 4-figure weeks and to create 1K days in my business. I know how to generate 1K days in my business through a few simple steps. So I'm going to go into the secret. So I already said that the secret is not what you think. It's not that you need to have all these fancy funnels, systems, and all those things like that, because those things help as you go along in your business, but that's not the secret sauce, okay? Of course, to create $1,000 days, positioning matters, okay? We're going to talk about this later on, but you can't say you want to have 1K days and you have a $25 business or a $100 business. If you want $1,000 days, you have to position yourself to be able to have $1,000 days, all right? And then the most important thing is that you have to have daily rituals to help you generate 1K days, okay? So a few must-knows is what I call them. Is successful people aren't lucky, right? They did things repeatedly, daily and privately, and the success that you see now is a manifestation of the things that they did, the seeds that they planted, and they manifested, right? So a lot of people think that people that they see online, you know, Ray Higdon, you know, Gary Vee, you know, Grant Cardone, you know, Tony Robbins, right? Oprah, right? They look at them now and say, oh, they're this big mogul and they're just lucky, right? But no, they went through so many things and learned so many things and failed at so many things and just stayed committed to that process of learning, growing, and because of the things that they stay consistent with privately, now we see their public success. And that's the thing that we have to realize first, is that we should never compare our day 1 to someone else's day 100. Okay, that's the first thing. Even myself, I find myself, you know, reminding myself of that all the time. I never compare myself to anybody else, all right? Another thing that really helps on your journey is to track your goals for the day and have some accountability. Have an accountability partner. Me and my accountability partner talk every Saturday or Sunday. We talk, all right? And I share with her my goals. Now, what you want to do is have a daily goal, you know, and make your daily goal action-oriented and not income-oriented. Don't say, oh, I want to make, you know, $100 a day. You know, instead say, I want to, you know, don't say I want to have $200 a day, $300, $400, $500, even $1,000 a day. Say, I want to do these steps daily that I know will generate me 1K days or whatever your goal is, right? So we're going to talk about what I do, okay? But make sure that you track your goals for the day and make sure that your goals are not income based, that they're activity based. Okay, so what activities are you going to do to generate those 1K days? What activities are you going to do? All right, so even if you fall short in your goals, you know that you have a reminder that you're doing the work. Okay, so one of the most important things, and this is kind of like a manifesting thing that goes with creating 1K days, is that if you're truly looking to transform your finances and you're ready to do this biz and you're ready to create 1K days, you have to hold yourself accountable. You have to treat this like a biz, not a hobby, not I don't feel like doing that, so I'm not going to do that. You know, I don't know. It's a lot of that going on online. People join an opportunity and they do absolutely squat. And that's sad because you have literally an opportunity to create whatever income you want because you're aligned with the opportunity. And a lot of times people will join things because they like the idea of creating that income, but they don't want to do the work. And that's just sad. All right. So you have to keep in mind what you're fighting for. When I first came online, the thing that I was fighting for was I was in a toxic, crappy job. The job I was in, it was emotionally abusive. I didn't have no resources and I hated it. And I was fighting for that. I was fighting to get out of that. That's what I was fighting for. Now I have other things that I'm fighting for. I'm fighting to get myself out of debt. And I keep that in mind to remind myself of why am I doing this daily? I'm doing this daily because there's something I'm fighting for. And that's something you have to keep in mind. It's not about the money. It's about what that money allows you to manifest and do. Okay, so keep in mind what you're fighting for, and that will help you with your goals and with your accountability and things like that, because I have to be accountable or else this is going to be my forever reality. You don't want to be in situations like that where you just feel like you're in this perpetual just shit storm, right? Where your life is a shit storm, where your finances are a shit storm, right? Who wants that? Okay. So, you know, during this, I'm trying to move myself, I'm sorry. During this presentation, you know, I really do want you to understand the work that needs to be done so that you can create 1K days for yourself. And, you know, I don't create 1K days all the time. Like, let me say that first. I don't create 1K days all the time. Some days I have $200 days. Some days I have $500 days. Some days I have 1K days. But I have things in place that I can and that I do. Okay? So everything that you do today also, this is part of the manifesting, right? Everything that you do today is not going to manifest itself today. I see that so much online, is that people are like, well, I did this for a day and I did this for a week and I didn't get any results, you know, and it's like this microwave mentality. Or like yesterday, somebody asked me, if I do this, you know, buy this traffic, how long will it be before I get a result? And I'm like, are you serious? Like, who starts a business and decides that, I'm ranting right now, but who starts a business and then says, well, I hope I get a result by Wednesday or a week from now, right? I mean, really, McDonald's goes sets up and they say, if I don't get, if I'm not profitable in the first week, I'm going to shut down. When they could have a $500,000 year in sales, right? If they just open their drive-through market and get people through the drive-through, right? So it's like, you know, just realize that this is like nothing, like anything else, right? You have to plant seeds. And when you plant those seeds, then you stay the course, you can build momentum and you can manifest that. And that's it, really. So let's go into my 1K day plan, okay? First thing is you must have a plan and a business model that allows you to earn $1,000 per sale or transaction. If you want 1K days, you need to have a business model that allows you to earn that commission. I myself am positioned to earn $1,000 per sale per transaction. So positioning is key. I talk about that in all my videos. You can go through all my videos. I've been talking about it, been screaming about it in top of my lungs, right? Positioning matters. I did not understand that when I hopped online, right? Here I was chasing these 25, 50, even $100 commission. $100 commissions are great to start, but eventually you want to scale up to where you can really earn in one transaction what you really deserve and what really will make the greatest impact to your finances. So I love my business because it allows me to have 1K days in my business. When I first came online, I didn't position myself for 1K days. I didn't even position myself for $500 days. I did eventually, I scaled up at every point. But when I first came online, I felt with my pocket. I said, I don't have, 250. I don't have 500. I don't have 1K. And therefore I didn't position myself because I thought my pocket's not where I wanted to go. When I made a decision, I said, I want to have $500 days. Then I when I found $500 and I got into something that allowed me to have $500 days. And then when I said I want $1,000 days, I got into something that positioned me to have $1,000 days. So that's it. Where you want to be, you have to plant yourself where you want to be, okay, so that you can reach those goals. So what I want to do now is go into my plan. Like, what do I do to create 1K days? Like, what does that process look like? So the focus of my marketing efforts is always content creation, okay? And I keep this process extremely simple, okay? In my blueprint that I give to my business partners, I show them a very simplified way to be able to do this. And this is what I do. So I simply put some content out there. My favorite social media platforms are YouTube, because people are always searching for solutions, right? They're searching for solutions. And if you can be the person that can say, hey, I have the answer to your solution, here you go, right? Now you position yourself to win, all right? And you position them to win as well, because you got the solution that they've been looking for. So the focus on my marketing efforts is always content creation. And so my preferred platforms are YouTube and Facebook. I couldn't even talk. Now, another person, they might say that their preferred platform is Instagram, Craigslist. There's a million, Snapchat. There's a million different social media platforms. All right. The process doesn't change. All right. The focus of your marketing efforts should always be content creation. All right. Why? Reason being is that, I simply can record a video, put it out there. I could share it on Facebook or whatever, and talk about not only what I have to offer, how people can get started and how it can solve a problem that people really have in their lives, in their business, or whatever, and just invite people to connect with me. It's simple, okay? So this content leads them to a solution that they're already searching for. And I take my content that I just made and I put it on whatever social media channels that I want. So I can put it in a Facebook group. I can put it on my personal Facebook page. I can put it on YouTube, okay? And what I'm doing in my content is I'm just sharing a simple message that people can relate to and buy into for themselves, because people are listening. So my message is simple. If you are tired of, where you stand, either financially, or you want more and you want to, make more with less hours, right? Then get with me. I got the solution. If you're tired of struggling online and you want a blueprint, I have the solution. And that's the simple message that I share with people who want to come online and earn, because that's my story. My story is, before I got a blueprint, I was struggling online. I didn't know what I was doing. My story is that because I didn't understand that you could position yourself in one transaction, earn, 1K instead of all month working a second job on top of a salary job, and all month you might have brought home at best $1,000. Okay, I could do that in a day. I can do that in a week. It doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm positioned, right? So that's my core message for people who want to make more and do less, right? Doesn't mean you don't have to do nothing, but it means that there's a smarter way. Okay, so that's my core message that I share through my content. All right, and then I simply, in my video that I do, on a daily basis. I just invite people to do one thing: get back to me if they're ready to get started. I find when people connect with me, the first thing they always want to say is, I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to talk to people. Then you know what, and this is just me being honest, then you're not ready to be a business owner. Because if you have a business, you talk to people. Now, there's a difference between you going out there and you chasing people and talking to people who, who didn't ask you for information. But I don't chase anybody. Anybody who comes to me, they've watched my simple content that I put out there, and they reach out to me and ask me a few questions. I answered a few questions. They can get started or not. And that's it. That's the simple process. So what I do is I offer people in my videos the opportunity to reach out to me. If they have questions, they can reach out to me via text, via call, or via Facebook Messenger. And that simple process of telling people, hey, if you got questions, reach out to me. I've had people contact me and say, you know what? The reason why I signed up with you is because I watched like 15 people's other videos, and none of them had a phone number. None of them even had a way for me to reach out to them. They just had a funnel link, and people are tired of going through funnels. So there's nothing wrong with funnels and things like that, but you can't hide behind them unless you want to spend a ridiculous amount of money on traffic. Okay. And I don't want to do that. And plus, it's just so much easier just to answer a few questions and then say, you ready to get started or not? You know what I'm saying? So give people the option to reach out to you if they have questions. So let's recap let's put this all together, because I said a lot. My 1K day plan is really simple. Okay. First of all, I start my day with a little bit of mindset. All right. I like listening to Lisa Nichols and Tony Robbins. Man, he just kicks my butt. Lisa Nichols is like what I listen to when I'm like, right? But when I need a kick in the butt, I listen to Tony Robbins, okay? And just getting my mind right, because when you lived in a realm mentally of lack, you have to let other people pour into you so that you know that you can do greater, and that you know the work that you need to do, the work that you need to do to get to where you want to be. That's why I listen to Tony Robbins, because Tony Robbins doesn't sugarcoat anything. He's like, listen, this is what you need to do to be better, to be at peak performance. Like, this is what you got to do. I'm like, okay, Tony. So my day starts with getting my mind right. All right, taking a few minutes and doing some mindset work. Okay. Next thing I'll do is I'm going to put together some content. It could be a Facebook post, a quick Facebook post that I put together for social media. Or it could be a YouTube video. Typically, it's a YouTube video, okay? And I'll just share it on my social media platforms, okay? And I'm just going to share a core message. Hey, I have this solution, right? And, what I like about YouTube is that there's a searchability, right? It's a search platform. People are already looking for a solution, and they're able to find me as the solution to their problems, okay? So that's what I do, all right? And then my best advice is when you're doing your content, just master one darn platform. Fine, people want to be on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, and I could go on, and then they've not mastered not one platform. My best advice is to master one social media platform. Learn it, do it, master it. All right. And then, what I do is, okay, so I put my content out there, pretty quick, pretty simple. Okay. I teach my tribe how to do that, how to create content, like really super simple. And then what I do is you have to have a conversion/authority piece that helps build know, like, and trust with people who they've gone through your system, your funnel, they're on your email list or whatever, right? The easiest way to do that is to do live streams. So what I do is, like, weekly, I'll go live once a week and share a little bit about the opportunity and invite people to ask me questions. I'm like, hey, ask me questions, whatever. And then I just simply email my list. Okay. So that's it. Again, I offer people the opportunity that if you have questions, like even in my email signature, I'm like, hey, if you got questions, here's my information below. In my videos, I say, hey, if you have any questions, here's the way you can connect to me. And then when people reach out, I answer their damn questions, right? They go ahead and get started. And then the other thing that helps me is focusing on the process, on the game plan, and not focusing on the results. Because when I focus on the results, it messes with my head. And for most people, it messes with your head. Because you're so busy focusing on what you're not getting that you're not doing the work. So I focus on the process. And I know that if I focus on the process, my process of working on my mindset every day, creating one piece of content, normally a quick video that I share on YouTube and Facebook, okay? I offer my list opportunity to reach out to me with questions, okay? And then people get started. If I stick to that process, I say to myself, and I know for myself that I cannot fail. I can only fail if I give up. If I follow this plan every day, results have no option but to eventually show up. And how do I know that? Okay, if I go back to 2018, when I first started having my breakthrough online, when I really went from zero, big fat zeros really, to being able to create $100 days and $200 days, and then just keep scaling up like that, right? How did I do that? I did that by taking a 90-day run. What did I mean by that? I told myself that no matter what, I was going to stick to a simple process during 90 days, and I'm going to tell you what my 90-day run process looked like. I woke up every day. I shared on Facebook what the opportunity was doing for me. I did a YouTube video and I emailed my list. I did nothing else. I didn't buy any traffic, nothing. Those were the 3 things that I did. Oh, wait, got one more. I answered the questions of anybody who reached out to me. So I did 4 things every single day for 90 days, no matter what. And guess what? At the end of 90 days, I had built a crazy business. And it was because I said, if I had said in my first 30 days, you know what, I'm not seeing any results, so I'm going to give up, I wouldn't see any results. Because my first, full transparency, my first couple weeks were a little bit shaky because I was still trying to figure out what I was doing. So you have to tell yourself it's impossible to fail. You're going to follow your plan every day, and that you can only fail if you give up. And then you just repeat and you stay consistent. And that's it, right? Follow the game plan. Be consistent. Be married to the process and not the results. I'm even telling myself that, right now, because now I'm kind of like pushed into a corner. My mentor is pushing me to like, Shen, okay, like you've been doing great at social media marketing, but you need to eventually, you need to master email marketing. And I'm like, right? But I have to be committed to the process. I have to be committed to the plan, and that's that. All right. So that's my simple plan for 1K days. It's not hard. It's like the hardest part is positioning yourself, being committed and disciplined to a game plan. And that's it. Just rinse and repeat. You follow that game plan daily. You keep going, right? You get out of your own damn head. A lot of times we convince ourselves that we're going to fail. We convince ourselves, oh, this doesn't work. You've convinced yourself this doesn't work because you're not seeing the manifestation yet, right? So I said a lot. But if you want to learn more about what I do, you're watching this on YouTube, check out the description box right underneath the video, and there'll be more information about what I use to create 1K days. Just, know that this is 100% digital. All you have to do is get to work, and get your routine and get to work. And I give you the daily blueprint. You just have to go implement it and do it and go manifest your 1K days. I really do hope that this video, it educated you and it inspired you to get started the right way, to create your own success stories. You know, where you are doesn't have to be where you stand. Once you make a decision, you position yourself and you start moving and taking action to create whatever it is that you want to be or have. So, you know, if you're ready to create a 1K day business, and if you want the training on how to run your business exactly like how I run my business, then reach out to me. If you have questions, let me know. Or if you're ready to get started, go ahead and get started right now, take action, and then reach out to me and say, Shan, give me my blueprint. All right. So that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and that little bell, the notifications button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.